Another world event that could become an issue in this campaign, and will become a big issue in the country and around the world, is the president's going this weekend to a regional summit in Panama, where we know Raul Castro will be there, and we know from the White House there will be some interaction. We don't know exactly what it will be yet. Remember, we have to go back to the Eisenhower administration. It's a long time. They didn't have this thing called cable television back then.
Twitter, yeah.
And so the question is how much of an interaction, how much of a dialogue between an American president and a Cuban leader. And a big question for the president, Margaret, is do you take Cuba off the list of countries that are state sponsors of terrorism? Listen to what the president told NPR about it. He says he's waiting for a State Department recommendation, but he is looking to turn the page.
I don't expect an immediate transformation in the Cuban-American relationship overnight, but I do see the possibility, a great hunger within Cuba to begin a change, a process that ultimately I think can lead to more freedom and more opportunity.
He's optimistic looking at the long term. He also knows, I assume, that if he spends a lot of time with Raul Castro, the conservatives, like they do about Iran, are going to say, what are you doing? You can't trust these people.
That's right. And the White House has signaled, has essentially said there's not going to be a bilateral meeting where he and Castro sit down and hammer out major stuff together during this meeting, but they certainly haven't ruled out a number of possible interactions ranging from just sort of a, hey, how's it going, to sitting together in larger group meetings or spending some time together on the sidelines or actually inside the summit. So the question is he going to take Cuba off of the state sponsors of terror list? This is a designation that goes back to the Reagan era. But if you go to the State Department page and you actually read what those designations are, it's a pretty half-hearted designation to begin with if you read it on the page. And it deals with things like FARC and Basque separatists. Right. And so the president, even if he doesn't go all the way, although it certainly seems that they may be poised to, even just in raising the issue, is signaling pretty clearly what direction he wants to go.
But the criticism is, why give them another carrot when they have not reciprocated in the American government view, including the Obama administration's view, with more openness, freeing political prisoners and things like that?
Well, because I think this is a cornerstone of President Obama's foreign policy, the so-called Obama doctrine now, which is basically, instead of using sticks, but, you know, try some carrots. That the isolation against a lot of these regimes hasn't worked over the years, and he would argue it's been actually self-defeating. It hasn't changed the status quo. Let's try a different approach.